Busch has a deep history in mountain bike suspension tuning. Less than 2 years ago, launched the 11.6 here at Interbike, launching not just a new 11.6, but a whole range of tools. And here to walk us through both of those, Darren Murphy. Darren, tell us first about what's new with the 11.6 shock.
Yeah, so we've looked at the 11.6, which kind of had the class-leading durability and performance, and said, how can we make improvements? Some of the key areas that we focused in on, the first one being the coatings that we use on the shock. We're using this new process that's exclusive to us. It's called Micro XD. And what it is, it's a coating process that increases the hardness of the material and also makes it much smoother, much slipperier. And so what that translates to the rider is, again, great durability, but with better small bump sensitivity with that extra smoothness. Another area that we found was that initially 11.6 was built as a trail shock, like the ultimate trail shock. And with the downhill bike market kind of declining, a lot of people were using their long travel trail bikes to go to Whistler. And so we've also kind of adapted a little bit, and the new Reservoir is larger, which gives us an increase in volume in the nitrogen gas and the oil. And again, translating to the rider, that just means, long lift runs, no heat, no fade problems. And so that's kind of what we did there. Another really big step that we took was addressing the fact that we always had this great traction characteristic. We're known for our big hit performance and traction, but some riders felt like the shock wasn't lively like an air shock or had this pop. And so this year we've introduced a whole new damper piston design that allows us to retain all those great traction characteristics, all the great bump performance characteristics, but now the shock has a little bit more lively or poppier feel when you want it. So if you really load into it, now it kind of responds with a more lively feel. So we're really excited about that too. So 3 key areas: the coatings, lowering the friction, increasing durability; the Reservoir, increasing that volume, thermal stability is a non-issue; and then this piston design, which just kind of brings that lively, poppy feel to a product that already had all that great traction and bump control.
Lots of great stuff.
Yeah.
Now, tell us about the tools. What was the motivation, the drive for getting into tools, and what are some of the highlights of the new tool range?
Yeah, so, we manufacture everything in-house and have, obviously, an extensive service and tuning department. We're always making custom tools for our guys, and I started just putting some pictures on Instagram of some cool, tools that we're making, and the response was kind of overwhelming, where people said, "Hey, how do I buy those?" So we started looking into it, and sure enough, there's a market for high-end suspension tools, both at the consumer level, retailers, distributors, So we just looked at taking the tools that we made internally and kind of adapting them for a broader base. We already have a fork seal line, and so we started with fork tools. So we've got our fork seal driver, our chamferless socket sets, lubes, fluids. So we're just really looking at the do-it-yourself marketplace quite seriously now, and just developing tools and products for that specific market.
Thanks very much, Darren.
For sure, thanks.